Hi guys, welcome. Today we're going to be testing out, well, these are my next 3 videos. I kind of lined up here. So from Quiver, I have Pineapple, which is their all-purpose cleaner, and I think this one's called Endo. I really hate stupid names. Just call it what it is. This one's all-purpose cleaner. This one's rinseless. This is a tire dressing, and this is their wheel and tire cleaner. So we're going to do a video on these two, Abyss and Brake. We're going to do a video on these two using this as a pre-treat before a rinseless wash. And you might ask, why is this in a different bottle? Well, because they come in a 1 liter, and I sent half of it to Adamo and then kept half of it before ever testing. I just split it with them. On the Clean by Pan line, I have their Decon shampoo and demineralizing shampoo, which are previously untested by me. And then their standard shampoo, which I believe the V2 is out at this point, but you know, whatever. I still have the V1. It worked great. I don't really have any problems with it. So the big thing is I parked the Mercedes on this side of the driveway. And so, you know, my driveway, obviously there's like a left and right. On the right side of my driveway is where my grass is, my actual grass. And I have sprinklers there. So my sprinklers nuked my car. It's covered in water spots, the whole driver's side of it. So it is what it is. I was going to recoat it this year anyway. So we'll test out the demineralizing shampoo. It's going to be tough to see if it removes it, but we'll see how good it gets. And yeah, just is what it is. But I forgot, parked it over there to unload it, and then ended up messing it up. So, and the car's got dirt all over it too, so the Decon soap will be good for that. So here on the first video, we're going to test out the Abyss and Brake. So we're going to get these two set up. Brake, like I said, is a tire and wheel cleaner. It says dilute as needed, heavy duty straight 1-to-1, light cleaning 4-to-1. So we'll probably use it straight. And actually, let's try foaming it. We'll try both. We'll spray and we'll foam. Try both. And then Abyss tire and trim dressing. This is satin finish out of the bottle, 1 to 2 for subtle appearance, for interior 1 to 10. I don't like dressings on interior, so we'll try it on the tire. We'll do it straight and we'll see how it turns out, and then you know, maybe we'll adjust from there. My guess is, like the rest of the Quiver line, they're probably really good and economically minded. You know, Rogue was really good. You know, Rogue, for example, was a really good soap. Reminded me a lot of like Apex. You know, highly dilutable, worked very well, good foaming, good value. And, you know, I think that's really what Quiver is going for, because they're going towards professional detailers. So anyway, let's get started. Both of these wheels are decently dirty, black wheels. And I've got Brake here, straight in a spray bottle. I also put it in a foam cannon. So I just put a little bit in here. And it is straight in here as well. But remember, a foam cannon dilutes about 15-to-1. So we're going to, let's see. This smells like crap. I mean, there are definitely ones that smell worse, but it really, really gets you in the throat. So just get, oh yeah, that's right, it's a tire as well. Okay, so I'm seeing some pretty instant browning on the tires. I'm seeing a lot of black down here, which is great. You can take a look. And then let's hit this other one with the foam cannon. And you might be asking, why do I foam wheel cleaners? It's just something that I've done for a long time. I like that it gives you a little bit more dwell time, gives you some protection from the sun. And as you can see, you end up with like a little bit more lubricity, more just foam, right? Who doesn't like foam? So let's hit this one first, just because the foam is falling a lot faster, which is fairly normal when you foam one of these, because you're, like I said, diluting it like 1 to 15 with water inside the foam cannon. So give it a little bit of agitation. You can see lots of darkness, lots of brown. Now the tire isn't as brown here as it is here. So we'll do the same on this guy. I really like the foam better for the contrast. Also, it's easier to see like what you've hit and haven't hit, especially when you're dealing with something like this that's you know, a dark wheel with a dark liquid sprayed on it, right? It's a little bit harder to see what's been affected and what hasn't, but a little bit of agitation, and we'll rinse this off. Let's see here. All right, so the agitated surfaces, it did well on. The unagitated, not so much. Here in this valley that I've got, you can see my hands are still black. Could try hitting it a second time. Maybe specifically focusing on that. Let it sit there, let it dwell for a little while longer. And then on this one, yeah, overall pretty good. Maybe a little bit left in the valley, but next to nothing on the barrel, which is kind of what you'd expect. And then, you know, in this groove here that you really can't get into well with the brush, I've got a little bit left, but tire looks good, nice and clean. And we'll let this one run just a little while longer, and then we'll rinse it off again. You can just see more and more black coming off of this. So for something like this, I honestly prefer a little bit stronger of a wheel cleaner because I'm going to dilute it. So youll is my go-to ADS tire. When I'm using it as a tire cleaner, I spray it on. But this reminds me a lot of Ethos Total, which is a product that I actually really like. So all in all, not bad. We're gonna let these tires dry a little bit, and then we'll try out Abyss and see how that works. Let's try this out. Spray a little bit on here. Careful not to get the wheel. Ooh, this smells good. And then this is a Detail Factory curveball brush, which I tend to like this for these off-road style tires. These are Falcon Wild Peaks, and they just have a little bit of like side lug, raised letters, a bunch of letters around the edge, and I find that the brush gives me a uniform finish. So we'll let this sit on here for a minute, and then we'll remove the excess, because there is a bunch of excess. Go from there. I've got enough on here to hit another tire, so we'll do the front. check that out. Looks good. It's a nice satin finish. A little glossier than I love, but all right. So Brake and Abyss. I found that they both worked well, especially for more economically priced products. I actually really like Abyss. I think it does a great job. I think it's a little too shiny for me, which means I can dilute it and get a little bit more out of it. I don't know what the longevity is going to be like, but I honestly don't care about longevity in a tire dressing. I just redo the tires when I wash my car, you know, usually every week or whenever it needs it. Brake, I wish was a little stronger so that it did a little bit better when I foamed it. Spraying it on the wheel and rinsing it off, it did really well on that rear. The foam with the agitation actually did pretty well also. I did a foam on rinse off on the other side of the car and I found that there was a lot left. So if you are going to foam this on, you really need to agitate. But most wheel cleaners do need agitation. Just, you know, I have Yum Wheel sitting up here, which I recognize is like a completely different tier of product in terms of cost. But, you know, that's my normal wheel cleaner that I use most days. And I find that that is just way more effective on wheels. Now, that being said, this is a wheel and tire, that's a wheel only, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I would compare this more to THOR from Ethos. I think that it performs pretty similarly to that, and I really like both products. I think they work well. So I think for, you know, somebody who's like a mobile detailer, somebody who's just looking for a simple line for themselves, you know, regular garage guy, having a single wheel tire is actually a good thing. Agitate it, you'll get a good outcome. You know, maybe you spray it on every 4 washes, and then the rest you can do foam if you want to do foam like I do. If you don't care about doing foam, then just spray it on every time and you'll be fine. If you're going to spray it on, you could probably dilute it a little bit further, like do like a 1-to-1 or something along those lines. Like I said, in a foam cannon, we're getting about 1-to-10 to 1-to-15, depending on the foam cannon and pressure washer setup you have. Tire dressing went on well, came off well, smells good. Overall, I like it. So again, I think these are winners. I think they're a good line. And, you know, obviously, like I said, the line is overall targeted towards somebody who's a professional detailer, mobile detailer, you know, somebody like that, and delivering economical products. I think they do that. And so far, I found that with the rest of his line. Rogue was the same way. I'm sure that we'll find that with Indo and Pineapple. But obviously, I haven't tested those yet, so we'll do that later today. So next video after this. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Links down below, all that crap. The next video that I'm going to do is on the pan shampoos, the decontamination shampoo, the demineralizing shampoo, and the regular shampoo. Might also test the iron remover. I don't know if I have any good places to do so, maybe wheels. I don't have a ton of iron content in general that I'm battling here, but we'll test those out and see how they work on the same Mercedes that we just washed today. So that'll be in 15 minutes for me, but it'll be in another day or 2 for you guys. Anyway, thanks for coming by. Have a great day.